If not now, when? That is right. This is not a time to hesitate. The fact that the world is increasingly polarized requires us to sit up, take notice, and take action. But what kind of action? Not the driven, strident action that will drive people further into their own corner, but the strategies of building trust across the divides that we have created. Yes, we have created them. Until we each take responsibility for the ways that we contribute to these divisions, we will not be able to contribute to healing them. After 30 years of observing these divisions grow, we at Synergos have arrived at strategies that we believe can work to dissolve them. But the strategies are not simple, and they require that many, many people participate in implementing them. I don't have much time tonight to describe them, so I'm going to be very blunt. But we will leave you with a paper that condenses the learning that my colleagues, our partners, network members, and the bridging leaders we honor tonight together have synthesized into a way forward. So here goes. First, we need to create the safe spaces within which people, we, can begin to trust ourselves and each other enough to be able to talk about our differences, our fears, the obstacles that are holding us back from being our most constructive and effective selves. The sum of this trust building forms the basis for us to become the kind of bridging leaders who can listen deeply to others, appreciate and respect differences, and speak in ways which express our own views but without pushing others away. When we do this, in order to find sustainable solutions to complex problems, listening to each other's view of the problem at hand, we end up with a systemic understanding of it. We are no longer the blind men and the elephant and women. As bridging leaders who have come to trust each other, we then reach out to our respective constituencies, putting our credibility on the line by asserting a view that is a composite of all the stakeholders' analysis, and thereby bringing more and more people to the table. This is hard to imagine if you've never engaged in such a process, but the trust that is built, together with the collective wisdom of the group, then leads to a creative process that forms the basis for the emergent solution. And the partnership that is formed becomes the basis for the group involved going on to solve other problems, for the trust behind it is a lasting asset as long as it is nurtured. We at Synergos have spent the last number of years developing what I call a feminine approach to problem solving, one that has been sorely lacking in this increasingly divided and conflicted world. I stand behind this as a core need for our world today. But at the same time, I now challenge us, I challenge all of you, to engage in the processes I just described, but also to stand up in our healthy masculine, to speak out with strength in support of this need, to stand firm in the face of injustice, to use our influence and, yes, our power, to make room at the table for the voices of those who are usually excluded from policy discussions and decisions to be heard. So I invite each of you to start tonight at this very dinner. Challenge yourself in your table discussion to risk being vulnerable and consider sharing how you might have been contributing to the problem. Listen respectfully to other table mates as you discuss what it would take to build the trust to bridge across the divides that are preventing lasting solutions from being reached. And take home with you the lessons learned and begin to do the work on yourself that will allow you to become a strong bridging leader in whatever problems you are willing to commit yourself to work on. We at Synergos stand ready to support you in whatever ways you or your organization or corporation would find useful to begin using these methods. And we thank you, all of you, for your support that enables us to reach out and support more and more groups and initiatives to work according to the principles of trust, bridging leadership, and partnership to achieve sustainable and scalable impact.